engine room. Head 1/4. Sound black bell. Frontierland reminds me some of my own hometown, Canada. It takes me back to when I was a barefoot boy growing up alongside the riverbank. You know, it seems to me that when I was young, I could remember everything, whether it happened or not. But as I grow older, I seem to remember only the things that never happened at all. Was my stomping grounds when I was young, exceedingly young, marvelously young by hundreds of years, younger than I will ever be again. It's called Tom Sawyer's Island and is named for a friend from my boyhood. Even today, the only way you can get there is by raft. Old Man Harper's grave is there, back in the woods just off Tom's Landing, and that's Mutt Potter's pond and his windmill. We almost hanged Mutt once, and there's Mutt's Landing. I always did like Tom. You could swear just wonderful. He and Tom and I spent most of our wild and reckless youth exploring the island. Lots of caves, lots of adventure, if you know where to look. And we all knew where to look. That's Superstition Bridge. It connects the Big Island to the Little one. And if you follow the Wilderness Trail there, it'll lead you right up to the gates of Fort Langhorne. It's the last straightening out post before we head into Indian country. Look off to the port side there. Every now and then, the water under that crest of rock comes to a natural boil and spurts out all over the place like a tea kettle left on the fire too long. The Indians down here used to tell me these guys that were actually unfriendly spirits, upset by uninvited trespassers traipsing all over their sacred hunting ground. Be that as it may, that's Big Thunder Mountain poking up in the sky over there. The Indians named it that because of the sound the falls used to make when the big rains came. When the miners and prospectors and get-rich-quick speculators show up, and the name stuck because of the sound of blasting powder going off every few minutes. There's not so much blasting these days. Ghost stories about a runaway mine train loaded down with simple-hearted, terror-filled folks like me.
Every shoal and shallow, every snag and sandbar in this part of the river. And He'll navigate us through the safe water. You wouldn't steer us wrong, would you, Sam?
I believe we ought never to do wrong, Captain, especially when others are looking. Leadsman, sing out.
What an ass we have played, have marked made. What an ass! Red flag touches!
Those of you that have been this way before know that the water can get fairly shallow along this stretch of the river. The leadsmen call out for depth. Each mark is a fathom, 6 feet. Mark 20 is 2 fathoms, and for us that means safe water.
Captain, we're passing Cutthroat Corner. Attention deck crew, stay alert. If there's river pirates out here, this is where they'll most likely be. Yes, I can hear them from here. But after all the commotion, it sounds like their interests lie elsewhere. Then as settlers started heading west, the army came in and took them over. My feeling is, these days, there's a lot less frontier and a lot more civilization than is truly necessary. Leadsman, give me a depth reading. Sing out. Sacred Indian burial grounds, somehow it's filled with spirits. If you ask me, I'd say the ones telling those tales are the ones filled with spirits. No proof, just ask them. They got it. About 100 proof, I reckon. And whatever you do, don't strike any matches if they aim to breathe in your direction. Because you won't just be seeing ghosts, you'll be joining them. Myself and the crew, thanks for flying the waterways with us, and I hope I see you next time around the river bend.
Thanks, Sam, and thank you, everyone, for traveling the rivers of America with us today.
Engine room. Approach levee at 1/4 steam. Man the bow line. Purser, check freight and cargo. All hands prepare to dock. All passengers stand by to go ashore.
Welcome back to Liberty Square. Now at this time, please gather your personal items, take any small children you are traveling with firmly by the hand, and watch your step as you proceed to the lowest level of the boat, where you will find our one and only exit. That's right, you will not be exiting on the same level you entered the boat. You will in fact be exiting on one level below. So grab your belongings, grab your people, find a staircase, there are 7 of them, and proceed to the lowest level of the boat to find our one and only exit. We thank you so much for joining us here on the Liberty Bell Riverboat, and enjoy the rest of your day here at